Hi everyone, here we are, me and Zach, we're in the kitchen. He's feeling a little bit better, making a recovery. That's good. Ooh, that's something on his cheek. But we're here. We're getting ready for Christmas Eve. We all have our matching jammies on, me, Adriana, and Mackenzie. And we are going to be prepping our lasagna for tomorrow night for Christmas Eve. Woohoo! Keto lasagna. So I started with a Fathead dough, and I melted together mozzarella, almond flour, and cream cheese. And then I'm just adding my egg in now. I'm going to mix it, and then we're going to flatten it out and bake it in the oven at 400 degrees. So it's going to be awesome. I love it. It comes out really good. The last time I gave it to non-keto people, they couldn't even tell that it wasn't real noodles. And I think it was a better decoy than always having zucchini noodles or eggplant noodles. So here we are. We're prepping our meal, and I'll be back to show you in a little bit. Here's our dough. Here's our sausage and ground beef, and I put a little bit of zucchini and onion in there just to sneak in some veggies. Here is our Fathead dough. We're going to put some parchment paper and some almond flour down, and we're just going to roll it out so it's about a half an inch thick. You don't want it to be too thick, but you don't want it to be too thin that you can't place them in strips across your dish. So we're going to roll it out and stick it in the oven at 400 degrees. What we added to it was a 3/4 cup of almond flour and a cup and 3/4 of mozzarella and 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Then we mixed it, and then we added 1 egg. You can also add Italian seasoning, but they come out great. Alright, here is our dough about to go in the oven at 400 degrees. Here is our dough. It's looking awesome. Next thing to do is just cut it into strips and then start layering with your sauce on the bottom. You can do a little bit of meat and then start layering your strips. If you do a small batch, you can probably get 2 rows out of this. If you're doing a bigger lasagna, you're going to need to maybe double or even triple the size of this, but I'm just making a small pan just basically for a couple of people, so this will be great. Make me 2 rows. I'll do sauce, cheese. I'll show you that later. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this recipe. Alright, so here I'm starting my pan. I've got a little bit of sauce and a little bit of meat. And then I'm going to start layering my strips. I like to cut mine thin. You can have them as thick as you like. Just I feel like it makes more strips if you cut them thin. So this is about how long my strips are. And then I can cut them in half. I can layer them however long of a pan I have. Like I said, it's just a couple of us, so we don't need a ton. So I'm just going to make a nice small pan of it for a couple people. And it's going to be so good. Excited. Okay, so now I've layered my first layer of strips. Now I'm going to do sauce again. I'm going to do meat again. I'm going to do some mozzarella and some ricotta. You can make it however your traditional way is of making your lasagna. And then these actually soften up with the sauce, so they actually taste more like noodles than the stiff things that they are right now. But I think I might even have enough to make 3 layers since I'm making such a smaller pan. Okay, here we are. Here's our second layer. So I got lots of ricotta, lots of mozzarella, lots of ground beef and sausage. Hello everyone. So obviously this video was made prior. It was made on Christmas Eve, but I was thinking that it would be a delicious idea if you haven't decided on something for New Year's Eve. Make a nice lasagna. It's good anytime. I know I'm gonna probably I have been eating leftovers, and I may even eat some New Year's Day, but so I just wanted to share this recipe with you. I'll try to post the recipe for the noodle part. As for like what goes in your lasagna, it's really like whatever you normally put in a lasagna, so it's really up to you. And then just layering the layering the strips and layering the layers of all your ingredients. Then after it's done, you just bake it like a normal lasagna, 45 minutes to an hour on like 375. I like my cheese to be like nice and golden brown, so I put a foil on top of the lasagna when I stick it in so it can get heated all the way through. And then I take the foil out when it's almost done and it looks like it's fully heated. Just make sure that you don't put the cheese so high up that it sticks to the foil, because then it'll just be a waste of cheese and then you'll have to put more on. But I did want to show you guys this recipe. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you'll give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I don't know what happened to the rest of the video, but it was delicious, I can tell you that. And if you have people that are not keto, that don't eat keto at all, they will never know the difference. I have given this to non-keto people all the time, and they absolutely love it. So I hope that you guys will love it. I hope that you guys have a happy and safe and healthy new year. And I am so happy that I got to spend as much of this time with you guys as possible. And I hope that we keep rocking it in 2022. And if you haven't gone down and hit that subscribe button, please do that. I'm trying to get in, by my 1 year anniversary, which is in March, I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. So let's see if we can hit that goal by March. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Keep it up. Oh, and also, if you want to make this ahead of time, you can always, not necessarily for New Year's Eve, but you can always make it ahead of time before a holiday or anything. And you can put it in your refrigerator until you're ready to cook it. And then just pop it in the oven. That's what I did Christmas Eve, because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of baking. So I just popped it in the oven and let it go. And it was one less thing that I had to worry about on Christmas Eve with my cookies. So, I love you guys. Have a good New Year's.